for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Our biggest rival thought they had us, but then a kid from their own backyard stepped on the mound and silenced them with a legendary performance and a four-word message that completely owned Boston. You need to hear this. Subscribe now before you see it anywhere else. Bleacher Creatures, fans of the Bronx Bombers, welcome back to the channel. What we all witnessed last night, my friends, wasn't just a win. It was history. It was a statement. In a do-or-die Game 3 of the American League Wild Card Series against our arch-rival, the Boston Red Sox, we didn't just win. We dominated. And that domination had a name: Cam Schlittler, a rookie, a 24-year-old kid who stepped onto the mound at Yankee Stadium with the weight of the entire world on his shoulders and pitched the game of his life, maybe one of the greatest postseason debut games this franchise has ever seen. Let's get right to the numbers, because they are simply unbelievable, and they need to be said out loud so everyone understands the magnitude of what happened. Schlittler pitched for 8 complete innings. 8 in an elimination game. He gave up a single run. 0. A clean slate. But it doesn't stop there. He struck out 12 Red Sox batters. 12, and most impressively of all, he issued 0 walks. 0. Absolute command, overwhelming power. To put this into perspective for you, no pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball, not a rookie, not a 20-year veteran, has ever had a postseason debut with 8 scoreless innings, 12 strikeouts, and 0 walks. No one. Cam Schlittler is, literally, in a league of his own. He was just electric. It was 107 pitches total, and 75 of them were strikes. A clinic in efficiency and aggression. The radar gun was scorching, hitting triple digits 11 times, topping out at 100.5 miles per hour. The Red Sox looked completely lost at the plate. They couldn't get a single runner past second base against him. We knew Boston struggled against high-velocity pitching, especially with the injuries they suffered in September. But this was a masterclass. Schlittler exploited that weakness without mercy. Every pitch felt like it had a purpose. Every fastball seemed more intimidating than the last. It was a performance that reminded us why we love this team. It's about moments like this, where unexpected heroes rise up and carve their names into Yankees lore. Beating the Red Sox is always special, but beating them like this, with a rookie shutting them down in a winner-take-all game, is the kind of stuff that will be talked about for generations. The kid didn't just punch our ticket to the division series, he immortalized himself in Bronx folklore. Now let's talk about what makes this story even more cinematic. Where did this silent assassin come from? Cam Schlittler was born and raised in Walpole, Massachusetts. Yeah, you heard that right. Enemy territory. He grew up a Red Sox fan. He played college ball at Northeastern University in Boston. So for him, this wasn't just another game. He admitted it himself afterward. He said, it was personal. He heard what the Boston fans were saying, the chirping, the trash talk before the game, and instead of letting it get to him, he used it as fuel. He channeled all of it into his right arm and let his 100-mile-per-hour fastball do the talking for him. And after he completely shut down the Red Sox offense and silenced their fans, he went on X, formerly Twitter, and dropped a 4-word message that was like a gut punch to the entire city of Boston. He wrote, "Drinking that dirty water," a direct reference to the famous song about Boston, a masterstroke, an epic troll that shows this kid doesn't just have the stuff, he's got the swagger. He's got that Yankee mentality. That's the cockiness we want, the confidence that defines the pinstripes. Think about his journey. He was called up to the big leagues on July 9th, an absolute necessity after Clark Schmidt's devastating season-ending injury. And let's not forget, we're navigating this season without our ace, Garrett Cole, who's out with Tommy John surgery. There was a gigantic hole in our rotation, a cloud of uncertainty over our pitching staff. And Schlittler, at 6'6" with his fireball, didn't just fill that hole, he became the anchor. Before the postseason, he posted a 4-3 record with a stellar 2.96 ERA and 84 strikeouts in 73 innings. He earned the trust of Aaron Boone and the coaching staff to the point where they handed him the ball in Game 3 over the reigning American League Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil. It was a bold gamble, a decision that could have been second-guessed, but it proved to be a stroke of genius. He wasn't just a stopgap, he became the guy. And on the biggest night of the season so far, against the team he grew up watching, he delivered a performance for the ages. He showed everyone that the heart of a champion can be forged anywhere, but it beats strongest when you wear the pinstripes. Of course, a legendary pitching performance like Schlittler's needs run support, and our offense, the Bronx Bombers, finally woke up at just the right time to make sure their rookie's masterpiece didn't go to waste. The story of the game was written in the 4th inning. That's where the pressure finally broke the Red Sox dam. And poetically, it was against their own rookie starter, Connolly Early, a 23-year-old who, by the way, became Boston's youngest postseason starter since some guy named Babe Ruth back in 1916. But the night belonged to our rookie. Cody Bellinger got it started with a double to right center. Giancarlo Stanton, showing patience, drew a walk, putting runners in scoring position. That's when Ahmed Rosario came through, with an RBI single that sliced through the infield and gave us the 1-0 lead. Just the start. The stadium erupted, and you could feel the momentum had shifted. Jazz Chisholm Jr., who by the way made it a point before the game to squash any rumors of beef with Aaron Boone, followed with a single, keeping the line moving. Then our shortstop, Anthony Volpe, did his job, with an RBI groundout that extended our lead to 2-0. The pressure kept coming. With the bases loaded, Austin Wells stepped to the plate and hit a chopper toward first. Their first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe, mishandled the play, allowing 2 more runs to score, blowing the lead open to 4-0. And that was all we needed. 4 runs, all in the 4th. That gave Schlittler all the breathing room he needed to work. But it wasn't just the offense. The defense was spectacular too. The play that will be on the highlight reels was Ryan McMahon's in the 8th inning. A foul ball heading toward the Red Sox dugout. McMahon went full speed, didn't hesitate, and made a gravity-defying catch, tumbling over the dugout rail to secure the out. It was one of those plays that energizes a team and demoralizes an opponent. And to close out the night, David Bednar came in for the 9th and slammed the door shut, securing the win and punching our ticket to the next round. It was a complete team effort, where every single piece did its part to back up the historic performance of our new hero. So, what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? First, let's talk about the rivalry. This win over Boston carries extra weight. We've been on the wrong end of it against them in the postseason. Since 2004, we had lost 8 of the previous 9 matchups. It was a narrative that we desperately needed to break. Winning this series, and doing it so dominantly in the final game, is a massive psychological shift. This is our 2nd straight postseason series win against them, and we're starting to turn the tide, to reassert who runs this rivalry. Second, Schlittler's performance sends a message to the entire American League. The evil empire may have found its new arm to lead the Legion of Doom. He's not just a talented pitcher. He's proven he has ice water in his veins. The stat from OptaStats says it all. Cam Schlittler is the first pitcher in MLB history to have 12-plus strikeouts in a winner-take-all postseason game. He did it as a rookie, in his debut. Let that sink in. This is uncharted territory. We're not talking about something that's rare. We're talking about something that had never, ever been done before. This performance didn't just give us the win. It gave us a massive shot of confidence. It gave us a new ace to believe in. With him on the mound, we feel like we can beat anyone. And now, the road ahead takes us to a showdown with the Toronto Blue Jays in the Division Series, starting Saturday. They were the class of the AL East, a formidable team with a powerful offense. But after what we saw from Schlittler, and with our offense showing signs of life, and our defense making incredible plays, why can't we go in there and win? Thursday night was more than just a wild-card victory. It was the birth of a new star in the Bronx, a performance that redefined what we thought was possible, and one that fills us with hope that something special is brewing. This team has grit, it has talent, and now it has an unexpected hero leading the charge. Now, I want to hear from you, Yanks Nation. What did you think of Cam Schlittler's performance? Is this the greatest postseason debut you've ever seen from a Yankee? Does this performance give you the confidence that we can go all the way, through the Blue Jays and beyond? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. For more exclusive news, rapid updates, and in-depth analysis on our New York Yankees, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You're not going to want to miss what's coming next.